Hello, hello. This is Ricky Rod.
And this is Gage Gwynn.
And this is Throwing Bombs Podcast.
I was about to say the week, but then I realized we have skipped a few weeks, and it's also not the NFL season.
It's
right
been
now.
a few weeks. We got off of our schedule. You know, we mainly because we just had a we just had a down run. You know, with some low news.
Yeah, and you know, we're kind of waiting on all the free agency stuff to come through, which pretty much has for the most part.
Yeah, there's still
a few guys.
There's still
out there.
a few things, so let's just catch everybody up. This is the week as of today. This is March 14th, okay? And this was the week free agency
kicked off.
And it all started, I think the legal tampering period was Monday or Sunday, right?
Right.
So basically all the big boys, the top tier free agents pretty much knew what the deal was going on. Like they work out the numbers, all that stuff.
Man,
I have a good feeling the Le'Veon Bell stuff was already taken care of Sunday.
Right.
But
I have lots to talk about on my team, bro.
well, we'll
get there.
We got a lot to talk about. But this overall, and this is only Thursday. It's still not done.
Right. We have plenty of time.
You know, all the networks, NFL Network, ESPN, all of the networks make a top 10 free agent list, right?
Right.
Top 10 available.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gone. They were gone yesterday. Actually, I think pretty much everybody was gone by Tuesday of this week. But I was not expecting. I never thought this would happen. You know, the rumors were going around last year, but this Odell Beckham trade.
Man, oh man.
So we're going to start off with that because the implications, ramifications, all the cations with that trader, it tells me a lot. And I want to start with Odell, the player. Traditionally, when big players leave franchises, the home franchise has already been trashing them a little bit. The Steelers are a great example. They trashed Le'Veon Bell last year. AB just went through the same thing. Tannehill is going through the same thing, even though the Dolphins haven't publicly said anything negative. But really, it started about 6 months ago when we started seeing leaked press about Tannehill. He'll be gone from the Dolphins eventually anyway. So what I'm saying is when players have worn out their welcome for whatever reason, these things happen. Now, a trade that big, Odell Beckham is a Hall of Fame type player. He's not a Hall of Famer yet.
No, he has several years to prove that.
Yes, but he's absolutely
caliber,
a top tier franchise player.
Oh yeah,
number one. So a trade like that doesn't happen without owner's consent, right? The Maras there had to approve that trade. Okay, this wasn't like Dave Gettleman, the GM of the Giants, woke up one day and said, "Okay, we're trading Odell." That's not the discussion. You know, this is something I think they looked at last year. I mean, they gave him money last year. They gave him like $20 million last year.
Yeah, a big extension for 5 years.
Yeah,
5 years.
So, and I think what happened is they're committing to Eli. Number one.
Well, yeah, they for the rest of this year they've committed to him.
It's done. That's committed to Eli.
They announced
and when you look at the trade, it was for, what was it, a first round?
A first round, like a
third and a fifth or something.
And then Jabril Peppers?
Yeah. Well,
none of that equates.
First of all, that first round was like a 17th round pick, and the Browns are loaded with picks.
Right.
They are still loaded with ammo.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it wasn't even, you know, if basically it's a power shift because now the Browns, I want to talk about this first, but the Browns have gotten themselves into a situation
they can contend, dude.
Where they can contend.
Yeah.
Like they, I mean, we knew they were going to be better this year. I'm not saying they're going to be Super Bowl ready. Look at the Rams. The Rams, slowly got to the Super Bowl. They got to the playoffs, and they got to the championship game, and then, they made the playoffs. It took them a couple of tiers.
Right.
And I'm not expecting that kind of level of growth from the Browns, but I think they got themselves 10 wins.
I think they have 11 or 12 wins.
Wow, really?
I think just the pure talent on that team.
Well,
you have a guy who, without Odell Beckham, broke a rookie record for touchdowns.
Yeah. And they were able to keep Njoku.
Yeah, you have Njoku, Jarvis Landry, Beckham, Baker,
Kareem Hunt when he gets suspended, whatever that is,
and Nick Chubb. Your offense is stacked, like ridiculously stacked. Now, I will say that, sure, their defense might not be as good. They're going to have to shoot out some opponents sometimes. They have a decent defense.
Yeah.
But who's going to stop that offense?
Well, I'm very impressed with John Dorsey, the GM. I'm impressed with what he's done. They've got a lot of strong personalities there. I think Baker Mayfield is going to fit in fine with both of those guys in the huddle. I think he'll tell them to shut the F up.
Oh, yeah.
And just catch the ball. I absolutely believe it. So it does remind me of the Cowboy run in the 90s where, we didn't realize how much talent that 90s-ish era Dallas Cowboys had, but man, did they. And this is sort of what it's starting to look like there. And good for you if you're a Browns fan. Good for the Browns. They went out and got that quarterback last year. Mm-hmm. He proved to be a great pick, and now they're building around him.
And here's the thing. Baker's on his rookie contract, right?
Yeah.
Odell has 5-year contract left.
Locked in.
Nick Chubb is on a rookie contract. 3 more years.
Kareem Hunt's still on his rookie.
Kareem Hunt.
And
Njoku
the damage is sort of done.
Jarvis Landry, he just signed with them last year, so he still has 3
year.
years, right?
Yeah, he got his money last year.
They're going to be a core for a while.
They have a window. They
have a good 3 years to get to the Super Bowl.
Yes, they do.
A good 3 years, 4 years.
It's going to be fun to watch them develop. I'm really excited about the Browns, and good for them. I was totally surprised what it tells me about the Giants. If you're a Giants fan, this is going to suck, but I'm going to tell you now. You just entered the bottom third of the league. Right there with that move.
You entered NFL purgatory.
Yeah, right there with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins.
You think the Bengals going to be that bad this year, really?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
and
I hope so.
I do feel that the Giants just said, okay, they gave the team to Saquon is what they essentially did.
Right, yeah.
This is going to be Saquon's team, not Eli's team. This is going to be Saquon Barkley's team. And it's going to, when you give up a weapon that effective on the field, it's just going to change their offense. And I feel bad for the Giants fans. Did you see all the hate? Jay Glazer, he basically said this was going to happen about 3-4 months ago, and he got absolutely lambasted on Twitter. His family got threatened. His mom got threatened, and he just went off on everybody when the trade happened, because this trade has been this trade's been going on for a long time. This wasn't like an overnight deal. They've been thinking about this for probably 5 months.
Do you think they could have got more?
No, I think there was probably only 2 teams in it, and the Browns had the draft picks
and the fresh player.
Yeah,
because Jabril Peppers is only in his 3rd year. I think
there was really. It turns out, and we can go ahead and take it to this next conversation.
Okay.
It turns out, the Jets were really focused on Le'Veon Bell, right? And then, of course, Le'Veon Bell ended up signing. I think he ended up with 25 mil guaranteed.
33 mil.
$33 million guaranteed. Okay, so 33
so literally
million,
double what the Steelers were going to give him.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
he got 33 million guaranteed, and then he got extra guaranteed money into a second year contract, which the Steelers were not gonna. So I want to clarify some things because you're gonna read. I saw Stephen King from whatever he writes for now, Sports Illustrated or whatever. He said that Bell lost out.
No.
And I
He
100%,
did not.
I 100% disagree. Now, his point is, he didn't play last year, and he didn't make $16 million.
Right.
That's his point. And I think he's missing the point by taking that stance. Le'Veon Bell, there was a guaranteed money issue with the contract, and he wanted to hit free agency to see what his worth was, period.
Right, yeah.
It doesn't matter if he was a top-paid running back, Gurley money. It didn't matter. The bottom line is he wanted to hit free agency, and they kept on blocking him from doing that. And Bell doesn't care. His body didn't get hit for a year, right? He worked on his music career this year, and he got a very good contract. He didn't get Todd Gurley money, but look at Todd Gurley right now.
Yeah.
Huge question mark.
Yeah, everyone's like, did we sign the right person?
Well, that's the problem with running backs. And Le'Veon Bell could have played last year and gotten hurt.
Like an Earl Thomas.
Major. Yeah. So there could have been a lot of things happening. So I don't think Le'Veon lost at all. I think he got what he wanted. He wanted to see what he was worth on the market. Good luck to him because Adam Gase does not like to run a one bell cow running back system. He's going to have to now because you don't pay a guy that much money
to let him run two out of the.
Yeah, Adam Gase has always loved a two back system. Le'Veon Bell will not be a two back running back. He's going to be too good.
He'll get 30 touches a game.
He'll get more than that, and I'll tell you why. Because one thing I learned about Adam Gase with Tannehill, and he did it with Cutler in Chicago, he knows how to pad quarterback stats. And what he's going to do...
Pass it to Bell at least 5 times a game.
Yes, or more.
Or 10 times,
honestly. They're going to do these little slip screens.
Yep.
And when he gets to the goal line, they're not going to run the ball. They're going to do these little shovel passes, and he's gonna pad the quarterback stats is what he's going to do. And he'll use Bell to do it. Good for them. Good for the Jets. I know they're in my division. I should hate them, but to be honest, the Dolphins aren't even going to be competitive this year. So, but I thought Le'Veon Bell did the right thing for him as a player. I tend to side with the player,
Oh, yeah.
And when as a fan, I'm going to challenge you fans, don't get into the mindset of thinking, well, the owner of the Carolina Panthers is paying for these players. No, he's not. Okay? These franchises make millions upon millions. The NFL salary cap has increased, I don't know, like 20% every year.
Right.
Like a crazy amount of money. It's technically not their money. It's the club's money. It's the club's budget. Okay? So the whole hatred I've seen towards AB leaving Steelers, and now with Beckham, of course, the Beckham thing is they loved him. You know what? Turns out Odell is really good to the fans and has been good to the reporters. He's a good guy. The team doesn't want you to think that, right? The team just wants you to think of that social media picture of him eating pizza on a girl's butt, whatever, with a blunt or something. That's what the media's going to do. So, hey, good for Bell, good for Beckham, And what's the next big thing we wanted to talk about? After that, we got AB. Talk about AB.
Yeah, that works too.
That's
giving up a third and a fifth for AB.
Yeah, that's genius.
Yeah, I was like, wow, John Gruden, you literally got a first-round pick and
Mike
AB.
Mike Mayock, fresh from the NFL Network.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting there doing the GM duty, and the Raiders have had a heck of a week. They signed the left tackle from the Patriots, who was there for a 1-year deal, and he played well, got his money, got out. He was like, I'm done, got my ring. Don't have to deal with crazy Belichick anymore. And the Raiders got themselves the other top wide receiver in the league right now. And I think him and Derek Carr are already working out. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Like the videos?
Man, Derek Carr's like, I have a receiver now.
John Gruden said they went over 400 plays before he signed.
Wow.
Like they're already going over film.
Quarterback camp.
People don't remember, but the Raiders that John Gruden coached were crazy. They were a crazy team. You had Tim Brown. It was an attitude Raiders, right? John Gruden doesn't have a problem coaching those type of guys.
Right.
Okay, he went to Tampa. That was a very subdued Tony Dungy team, right? And then with crazy personalities, and of course he did well there. He won a Super Bowl. He did well. But he's going to put a team together that fits what he wants to do, right? He doesn't want a lot of young people. He wants to build it through the draft, and then he's going to let veterans play, Right. AB fits it perfectly. I think AB will have a Tim Brown type career there, play a really long time, and do really well. That's going to be his team.
Yep.
He won't have this whole Big Ben running the show.
Oh, my Lord. Literally,
because John Gruden runs this show.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Right? This isn't the quarterback running the show on this team.
No.
Which is a shame. It's shameful. If I were a Steelers fan, I would be embarrassed.
I'm pretty sure most of them are right now.
When you let the best running back in the league go,
and
then you let the best wide receiver go,
and you're left with the late 30s-year-old quarterback.
And you got James Harrison, old linebacker, OG linebacker, throwing y'all under the bus every chance he gets. Talking about when he first walked into that Patriots locker room, he was like, Tom Brady's the coolest human I've ever met. I wanted to hate him, and I love him. That's James Harrison. He's nuts.
Yeah.
So the Steelers, they got themselves a wide receiver. They got, who did they get? Cole Beasley? I can't remember who they got.
Cole Beasley went to the Bills.
Oh, yeah. The Bills picked up some good second-tier guys.
We'll talk about all that in a little bit.
Yeah, but but again, AB going to the Raiders, I think it's a perfect fit. He got a little extra money. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's perfect. It's what he wanted.
So what record do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers will be this year? I'm predicting 6-10.
Oh, really? You think they're going to be that bad?
7-9, 6-10. They're not going to win the division. That's for damn sure.
No. I think the
Browns
Steelers
are like, woo!
I think the Steelers, they lost a lot of talent too, but they also got back talent. And they're still trying to get people. I just
don't think anyone wants to play for Big Ben anymore.
So going back to the Steelers, do I think they're going to tank? No, they're not going to tank.
No.
They're not going to tank, but they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do. It's going to affect their offense a lot more than they think. James Conner goes out.
Their identity,
next year, they're going to be in trouble.
The identity they've had for the past couple of years with the three-headed monster on offense.
Done.
What is your identity now?
And their offense.
An old quarterback who has an ego issue? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, their defense isn't great. So
if you have that issue with you just have no identity and your defense is terrible. What? I do, and you only have one receiver.
I do think this. I think to underestimate Big Ben, don't do that.
No.
He'll probably come out angry, and he'll come out. And now, do I think he's as good as Tom Brady with no names? No. Tom Brady will work. They know what he needs. He needs slot guys and edge guys.
Yep.
Now, and I'm not talking about speedy edge guys. I'm talking edge guys that can he has certain routes he likes.
Right.
And they're going to have to adjust some things offensively on that team. If anything, I think they're going to have a slow start. If anything, it'll be a slow start for the Steelers next year.
I just don't think they're going to. They won't make the playoffs, dude.
Well, we'll see because what did the Ravens? The Ravens lost C.J. Mosley. They lost Terrell Suggs. They lost
Eric Weddle. We lost.
mean, that's your
Zadarius Smith.
That's your leadership from the defense.
Yeah, literally, our starting linebacker core is gone.
Yeah, that's
Weddle's gone. We let John Brown on offense walk. We cut Michael Crabtree.
John Brown went
to the Buffalo Bills also.
Yeah. That's
he went to a quarterback that can throw deep balls, and that is his perfect fit.
They're changing. They're going through a change too, but they've also they added. Who did they add? They added Earl Thomas, right?
Yeah, the Ravens did add Earl Thomas, and we added Mark Ingram.
Yeah. So, and Mark Ingram, I don't think he's a bell cow running back, but he's above average.
I think if you complement Mark Ingram with a Danny Woodhead-esque player where all he does is, or like a James White, he just catches the ball.
Well, the Ravens are going to be adjusting to your quarterback that likes to drive 105 miles an hour in a Mercedes. Okay.
I knew
Did you see that?
You were gonna Did you see that? Yeah. I was like, oh, that's good.
I was like, oh boy,
man.
His agent probably got a call immediately.
His agent was probably like, "What?"
Is it DaCosta, the GM? He was probably like, "Yo, no."
Oh my gosh,
no,
man.
not gonna happen.
I saw that and I was like, how do you even think that's a good idea?
So the Ravens, that division right now, did get a little bit more even because of the loss. There's changes on the Raiders, changes on the Ravens, changes on the Steelers, and then you've got what's going on with the Browns. I definitely think things are a little bit more even now.
Honestly, I was. Right? You remember when I said I was hopeful?
Yeah.
This season, I'm no longer hopeful.
Hey man,
I really think
you got a top tier coach.
I thought we were going to go 10-6 this year, same as last year.
Now you're thinking.
I think maybe 7-9, 8-8.
Well, there's going to definitely be an identity change. And I'm surprised that the Ravens gave Earl Thomas so much money. I was very surprised by that. But
I liked Ingram's deal, though.
Yeah.
That only $5 million a year.
Well, it's good. A running back, bro. Running backs get, Le'Veon didn't get all the girly money. It's just never, running backs are never just going to get that crazy big money anymore.
I know, but like $5 million a year for a guy who has, over the past couple of years, has produced a lot,
I agree.
So,
well,
let's run through the free agency.
Yeah, well, can we talk about the Dolphins? Because it's only going to take me like 5 minutes to talk about the Dolphins. So the Dolphins are out of the top 10 free agent race. We didn't sign anybody in the top 10.
Did you even expect to?
No. Well, we let go a right tackle. We lost our right tackle, who had played well over the years.
Is that Juwan James?
Yeah. Okay. Juwan James went to the Broncos for a really big deal. Good. And I'm glad for him.
He was like one of the bright stars in your offense, right?
Cameron Wake got a great deal from the Titans.
Hey, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went to the Titans. Done. 30-something million. Guaranteed.
Cam Wake? I thought he was like 32.
He is, and he was rated the best defensive end in the AFC East.
Dang.
Still.
A 4-year deal, though?
3.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah, 3 years, but he'll be fine. He'll do great in that system. We're going to lose a few other people. Basically, all of our draft picks from the last couple of years that have been fizzled out, they didn't even bother putting a tender on. They just let them go.
Wow.
The only person that they worked out the big, supposedly the bigger signing was Devontae Parker, if that tells you anything, who has been below average since we drafted him.
I think with the different quarterback, he might do a little bit better.
That was their excuse, but they didn't give him a lot of money either. They were
in a prove yourself thing.
That's basically what they gave him. And then we got Dwayne Allen, which is good because
tight end, right?
Yeah, because our tight end core was awful. Depth last year was awful.
He's a depth the Jordan guy. Cameron days.
He was good until he got hurt. Yeah, it was bad. He got dinged up bad. But and then we still have Tannehill. My dad called me today. Hey, I think they're going to keep Tannehill. I'm like, no.
What?
No, they're not.
I was going to say.
We have till June, till the NFL year starts. So they're going to try to trade him. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to trade him in the draft again. But the bottom line is Tannehill will not be on the team.
Just like Blake Bortles.
Yeah. The reason Blake Bortles was released yesterday is because they got Nick Foles, right?
That is a ridiculous contract.
Yeah. It's about $22 million a year.
Probably like $7 million too much a year.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't think he's going to live up. I love Nick Foles.
This is his second chance, Gage.
I know. And
he had years ago, if y'all don't remember, he went to the Rams. Now, my excuse for him doing bad there was Jeff Fisher.
Yes.
Jeff Fisher can ruin anybody.
I mean, look at Vince Young.
Yes.
Look at any talented person like CJ2K back in the day with the Titans.
So Jeff Fisher could ruin anybody. So let's excuse that. Right,
he will be better this time around.
I will tell you this: if the Jaguars do not change that offensive system to suit him, it will be a failure.
Oh yeah.
Bottom line, that's what's going to happen there. I'm going to call it right now. If they don't run the Philadelphia coach was genius adjusting their offense to him. And if they're just not going to do that, now his offensive coordinator that used to be at Philly's there.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
So hopefully Hackett, I think I can't remember his name, but hopefully, hopefully that works out. But that deal's not too long either. Like I don't think it's like a crazy long deal.
3 or 4 year deal.
It's not a crazy long deal, but they're trying to win. They're not trying. I mean, they are going for it. They are going for it, and like the Browns. They don't want to be in the tank. However, they are not the Browns.
No, they're not. Their defense was putrid last year.
Everything was putrid last year. The opposite of a stellar year the year before.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you have the same people basically, and you just like reverse your record?
Yeah, man. And I so maybe they'll have glimpses of that happening again.
Yeah.
But I'm not all that in a bag of chips on that deal.
Right.
All right, go ahead. What do we got?
I'm just going to look through some free agent deals, ones that stick out, like how Eagles got Deshaun Jackson back.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
And then he went ahead and they gave him a $3 million bonus, restructured his deal, and he got a 3-year, $27 million contract.
You know what the story is behind that deal?
What?
Howie Roseman, who is now the GM for the Eagles, right? At the time, he was still working for the team when what's his name from Oregon, Chip Kelly was there. Chip Kelly had him like excommunicated to like the opposite side of the buildings in the offices. It was all Chip Kelly's people. Chip Kelly did not like Deshaun Jackson. Chip Kelly orchestrated that trade, just basically wanted him out. Okay. Deshaun never wanted to leave. Okay. Howie Roseman takes over. They win a Super Bowl. They've arguably drafted a great young quarterback. He's still working things out. The team's headed the right direction, and then they get Deshaun back. I think that's a great pickup. I'm glad for Deshaun.
Their receiving core of Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun, and Nelson Aguilar is great, along with Zach Ertz.
Yeah, they should be.
And Carson Wentz.
They should be, if Carson Wentz can string together a healthy year, they're going to be good. Sort of bummed out for Tampa because I like Bruce Arians a lot. I think Bruce Arians would have used him correctly. But, boy, it's going to be fun watching Bruce Arians yell out. He's going to cuss out, what's his name down there, that quarterback, like crazy.
Jameis.
Oh, my gosh. Get ready. Bruce Arians, he's at the I don't give a crap age, right? Like, right. He said in an interview he would fire one of his coaches if he found out his coaches wasn't taking care of, his family time. Like, he's that kind of guy. So, but what else do we have here? Anything major we need to discuss?
The Raiders gave Tyrell Williams, a receiver, 4 years and $44 million with $22 million guaranteed to complement Antonio Brown.
That's good. Also, the 49ers made some moves, right? I think with Quan Alexander, 49ers have not been shy about spending money. They are spending money. So good for them. Hopefully Jimmy G can be healthy.
Right.
So, and then, of course, Patriots. Dude, did you see the pictures of Bill Belichick vacationing during free agency? That's the best thing I've ever seen. He's like in Greece, hanging out on the beach, playing checkers.
Fine.
During free agency.
Dude, it's so funny.
And they didn't get any top tier guys.
No.
They they're not even worried about it.
No,
because their defensive end went to Detroit, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. To go with what's his face?
Oh my gosh, that team.
Detroit is still not gonna be good, dude.
And they're spending money.
They're spending money, and they're not gonna be good. Sorry.
All these ex-Patriot coaches, right? Dolphins have one, except they're not spending anything this year.
Right.
Like they just get the scraps. That's
Right.
it. That's all they're doing.
Next. Oh yeah, the Seahawks signed that Pro Bowl kicker. Who?
Oh yeah, good for them. They needed it.
They had him in their camp last year, and cut him for Sebastian Janikowski, and then he ended up going to the Jets, and he made 33 of 36 field goals.
Yeah,
so they brought him back for like $4 million a year.
Yeah, he did great. I think Janikowski also got hurt last year.
Right. And then so Cordell Patterson went to the Bears.
Oh,
2 years, $10 million.
I was surprised they let him go.
Oh, the Patriots. Yeah.
Wow. Dude, this is great. Listen to this tweet right here. This is Adam Beasley. Okay, Adam Beasley he's one of the Dolphins radio guys. His tweet goes, Tannehill, we sort of get, but why is Robert Quinn still on the Miami Dolphins roster? And then Olivier Vernon, who just got traded, obviously. He goes, sorry, sir, but that was what has Tannehill done compared to Robert Quinn? A solidified pass rusher that plays the right side. For the people that don't know, that's the best OTs on the offensive line. Don't disrespect Quinn like that, sir. They're in a different boats.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's right. Well, of course, he's protecting his position, too.
Right.
Vernon is, though. And what do you think about that Vernon trade? Because he did good for the Giants, too. He did good, too. But with his trade, pass rushers are a premium thing, and that's another example of the Giants getting rid of talent.
Right.
It's a shame, man. Dun-dun-dun. Anything else?
I'm going to keep looking. Okay, the Earl Thomas signing, the Mark Ingram signing.
Chiefs picked up Honey Badger.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good pickup.
Yeah, and then the Texans filled that void with Tayshaun Gibson from the Jaguars.
So what's going to happen with the Texans' Clowney?
I think they tagged him.
Did they tag? Oh, they did.
I'm
they
pretty
did
sure,
tag him.
yeah.
So they're probably going to work. Hopefully, they'll work out a deal. If I were him, I wouldn't want to play under a tag.
No,
because of his health. You know.
Right.
So, anything else? I think that's it.
Nah, there's some more. Kansas City traded D Ford to San Francisco.
That's good. San Fran making moves, but we sort of knew they were going to get rid of Justin Houston and those guys. That's what they ended up doing.
Right. There's Le'Veon. Oh, my Lord. They're writing so much about it. And then the Beckham trade, and then Tennessee signed a Roger Saffold from the Rams.
Yeah,
they're starting right guard.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
a lot of teams have been going after guards and right tackles right now.
Right. Texans signed Bradley Roby from the Broncos, and the Devontae Parker.
Carolina got a center.
Yeah, Matt Paredes.
Yeah, and they let go of Khalil today, one of the Khalils.
He retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anthony Barr. That's what I was going to talk about. He was going to go to the Jets, got cold watered, or he signed with the Vikings.
I saw that.
That's so funny, bro.
I saw that.
That's so funny. I was like, excuse me.
Well,
what?
Well, maybe he's just more familiar with that defense for whatever reason. So, but hey, there'll be more free agency news. What we'll do is before the draft, here in a couple of weeks, we'll for sure at least have one more episode where we can talk about leading up into the draft. I think there will be more trades in the draft. There's still teams that got to make some moves. I know this is off the subject. Did you see the Saints restructure Drew Brees' deal to make more room? So they restructured his deal and to make like $10 million of room in the cap space. So basically, like Drew Brees' last year, he's on the books for like $41 million. There is no way he's going to hit that last year.
Oh, my God.
In the same article, get ready for this crap. The same article suggested that Jason Garrett is on a 1-year deal for the Cowboys and that Jerry Jones wants to get Sean Payton to coach the Cowboys.
What the world?
Yes. And what they're saying is Drew Brees will be done. Sean Payton will move on to Dallas. And capiche. That's done. That's what it insinuated.
Right.
I was like, wow. I that's really interesting. That's really interesting theory. So, but
true.
That could be the future of something happening. Right. So, but for the most part, the biggest surprises to me by far are the Browns. What the Browns are doing.
Yeah. Impressed. They signed Sheldon Richardson too.
Wow, that's another good pickup.
Olivier Vernon, Sheldon Richardson, Myles Garrett down low. Oh my gosh,
man. So there you go, man. Like, good for them. I'm glad they are doing what they have to do, but they're doing it right. They got a quarterback. John Dorsey's awesome. That GM's great. So hopefully, maybe our teams will get better. I don't want to get better, by the way. I have no. I think I said this in the last episode, but we will be giving away the lottery ticket if we win 5 games, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but anyway, let's go ahead and wrap everything up.
Oh,
go ahead.
Can you believe Frank Gore's still playing?
Yeah, I can. I'm sort of sad we didn't keep him.
Man,
I'm sort of sad we didn't keep him.
$2 million to go to Buffalo.
Yeah, good for him, man. He was great this year.
I'd watch for Buffalo's offense, bro.
Well, it's dependent on that quarterback.
They are all so speedy. Like, they have 2 slot guys out
but that kid's got to play.
He can sling the ball, though.
He can. He's sort of wild.
Yeah.
Him, Sam Darnold.
Dude, he was running all over the place on people last year,
So what do you think is going to happen with Josh Rosen? Do you think he's done?
I hope he gets traded to somewhere he can succeed at, because
I heard it was the Skins, possibly.
That is some BS.
You think?
For them to... No, not that. But it's just some BS that they hire a new coach, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to get my own guy and just, like, trade this guy away.
Well,
after 1 year of no help.
There was a lot of, like, lukewarm things about Josh Rosen, right? And...
I mean... Imagine any of those other quarterbacks this year going to play for the Cardinals, though.
Oh, it probably would have been a disaster.
That's what I'm saying.
Except for Baker. I think Baker would have done better.
Baker would have barely done better, man. I just think, like, the coaches there were not even trying to help him.
Well, we'll see what happens. If
they're going to draft Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, everybody was thinking he's going to be a mid first round. He won't.
He's going to go number 1.
Yeah, he'll be
go
a top
number 1 to
pick.
the Cardinals, and they're going to have to trade Josh Rosen.
Oh, they will. They will. I think
now,
and if it's going to happen, it may happen draft day.
Now, the Broncos got Flacco, then they traded Case Keenum to the Redskins.
Yes, but Casey Keenum is not a long-term answer.
Casey called me, and he was like, "We got Case Keenum? Really?"
Yeah, he's not. He's not any better, man. He's not.
It might be better than Colt McCoy, but
no, he's not, and it sucks. So, that's the team that I think actually Tannehill could help. Like, I think he can. If they give him a good running game, which AP re-signed, right? Adrian Peterson did re-sign.
Right, yeah.
So, we'll see what happens, man.
I don't think he's going to start ever again, honestly.
Tannehill?
Yeah.
No, he's going to be a backup. This is it. That's it.
It's like Jake Locker.
Yeah. Chad Henne. Henne had a great backup career. Started for a couple of years and just went to become a backup. And Tannehill, I think I've said this many, many times. I've always felt he would fit the Broncos system better if he ever made it there. But he's going to end up like Teddy Bridgewater, or Teddy Bridgewater will get a chance. He may get a chance with the Dolphins this year. They just don't want to pay him enough. He wants like starting pay, and the Dolphins don't want to pay a quarterback starting money at all. They have zero interest in paying that kind of money.
So guess what time it is now?
What time is it?
Time for me to go buy a Joe Flacco jersey.
Joe Flacco.
They're on sale for like $30.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. And you know what? Like, I do think that was a good move for the Broncos, but it's going to be one of those moves that could end badly. Like, I honestly think it could go south quickly. So I hope it works out. I hope they take care of him, man. I mean, they got Juwan James there. They're trying to fix that O-line for him, right? Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We will have another episode in a few weeks. Thanks for listening. Please visit us at bombhousepodcast.com or welcome to the Bomb House, which is our Facebook page. And, Facebook was down this week. You would have thought the social media world was it was crazy. I saw these people that posted, I survived, like, Facebook being down. I thought that was hilarious. Personally, I'm totally fine with Facebook not even existing. Like,
it would eliminate half the toxicity.
I love
in
Twitter.
The world.
I love checking out Twitter. Twitter's like the least drama for me because of what I follow. So, but anyway, please check us out. If if you have any comments, questions, feel free to message us. We'll have this podcast and all of our other podcasts on every streaming platform. Whoop whoop. So please check out for that. Gage, do you have anything? Everything good? Right? Did you didn't see Captain Marvel yet, did you?
No, I did not.
I saw it two times.
I'm just sitting here kind of dreading this.
Do you want to see it? Do you want to see Captain Marvel? Like, you could see Endgame though, right?
Oh yeah, I'll
Endgame.
see that. I just
really, I'm not going to say it because of spoilers, but really in Captain Marvel, you learn about 2 alien races, and that's it. And that's really all you need to know. You're like, oh, okay, cool. We got 2 new characters in the story. We're good to go. So, did you see the new Avengers trailer today?
I have not seen it yet. I've been working all day.
It's good. Very good. Very good. It's the hype level, I watched it 4 times. Like the hype level, there's a lot. They introduced some new things in the trailer. So I don't know how they're going to do it.
Man, I'm excited for it, but you know what I'm excited for? Season 8.
Season 8. Oh, Game of Thrones? Oh yeah. We
are 1 month away, Ricky.
We renewed our HBO
just to get that.
Just for this, right? I did it this month. Well, HBO as a streaming platform is just not good. Like, the app is not as good as Netflix. It's not as good as even Vudu.
No lie.
Or Hulu.
The next time I was going to see you, be like, hey, do you mind if I use your HBO to, like, catch back up on Game of Thrones?
So I watched, what we watched this, I just turned it on this week. Me and my wife binge watched the 3rd season of True Detective, which is incredible. But we just, the minute Game of Thrones is done, I'm cutting it off because just HBO as an app compared to Netflix, it's just not as good. Netflix is just better. So, but Endgames could be dope. But hey, football news. There's always going to be football news. We'll always be talking about it. All that good stuff. And then we also have, I was reached out by a friend of mine. He's an EDM artist. And he wants to come here and do an episode with us.
No way.
He's a good friend. I don't want to say his name yet because he's got an artist name and he may want to use his artist name. But we're going to get that worked out like this week. So we'll get that scheduled. Yeah, he'll be up here and all that good stuff. But, man, we appreciate everybody's support. All that good stuff. Peace out.
Finish the session today. He gon' hit you with the mix tomorrow. Produce, record, mix, master it.